Hey guys, YouTube 100 here. Alright, and yeah, it's been like 3 weeks now since I have made a video. Yeah, yeah, just like I've been like occupied with like some other stuff over the last few weeks, and yeah, just really really haven't really known what to really make a video on for the last few weeks. But yeah, I'm back now, and yeah, now that it is now October, now I really do like have like some ideas for like some other videos which I'll be doing throughout the month. So yeah, so I won't be gone for 3 weeks this month like I've been now. Yeah. And yeah. And for this video, I figured I would do a top 10 list on something that I thought was like pretty interesting. For this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be counting down what I think the top 10 most disgusting things that were eaten on Fear Factor. Now, because yeah, of course, like if you do know Fear Factor, you know that like one of the like most popular things of the show was, of course, the contestants eating stuff that was just like really really disgusting. So yeah, and of course, like there were like a lot of disgusting things that were eaten on the show. But yeah, which ones really were the most disgusting? Which ones were really just like the ones that really just seemed so gross that it really like makes you really feel like you could throw up watching it? Yeah. I mean, I know like everybody will really like say like what they think the most disgusting things that were eaten on Fear Factor were. Yeah, but yeah, in this video I'm gonna count down my picks for what I think the top 10 most disgusting things that were eaten on Fear Factor were. Yeah. But before I actually do get started with this, like there is of course like something that I do want to mention real quick. Yeah, of course, like I don't know if like how many of you have heard about it. I mean, I'm sure by now probably a lot of you have. Yeah, it was announced last week that Hugh Jackman would actually be returning as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. So yeah, so I remember before I was like asking if this could happen, if Hugh Jackman would ever actually return to the role of Wolverine, especially with uh, Disney's acquisition of Fox and how they would be like integrating like X-Men and all the Fox Marvel properties into the MCU. Yeah, and now that they are doing it, yeah, Hugh Jackman has now said that he will be returning as Wolverine for Deadpool 3. So yeah, so I am like really glad to hear that. I am glad that Hugh Jackman will be back to reprise the role again. Yeah. Yeah, I know like he said before how like Logan would be the last time that he did play Wolverine, but yeah, he has like decided to return once again. So yeah, and it was something that I really was really like always having in the back of my mind, and if it could happen, and yeah, and now it is. Yeah, yeah. So I am glad that he will be like returning as Wolverine. Yeah, and of course, like Deadpool 3 is somehow going to be like in, integrated into the MCU. I'm not really sure like how they're going to do it, but yeah, Marvel has really said how they really are going to keep like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and really like have it still be the same Deadpool series and even continue to have Deadpool be rated R. So yeah, so it'll be interesting to really see this since like this is really like will be like a Disney owned film, yeah, and it will be rated R. I think that will be like the first rated R film in Disney history. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah, but yeah, just with Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine now, I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, I'm really just like hoping that he does finally wear the classic Wolverine suit in the movie. Like I was talking about it before. Like I really did like say like how if he like would have returned in Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, I would have wanted to see it. Yeah, and I still do want to see it right now. Like I really am just like a lot of other people, I'm just really clamoring for Hugh Jackman to finally wear the classic Wolverine suit, especially seeing how there was like that alternate ending to the Wolverine where it did like show like the classic suit. Yeah, so I really am just like really, really, really hoping that Hugh Jackman does finally wear it in Deadpool 3. Like Deadpool 3 is not like set for release for another couple of years. So yeah, so it'll be a couple of years before we actually do see it. But yeah, I really am just like really hoping that Hugh Jackman will finally wear the classic suit in Deadpool 3. So yeah, but yeah, I am glad to hear that Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine in the movie. Yeah. All right, yeah, but anyway. Okay, so yeah, so Anyway, so let me get on with it. So yeah, so I'm gonna be counting down what I think the top 10 most disgusting things that were eaten on Fear Factor were. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, there really were a lot of really disgusting things that were eaten on the show. There were some that like didn't really seem so bad as others. Like there were some things that really did seem easy to eat, such as like crickets and stuff. But yeah, there was definitely like a whole lot of really disgusting things that were eaten on the show. Yeah. So I really just really did try to really like decide what I really did think the top 10 most disgusting things that were eaten on the show were. Yeah, I tried to really go by like how disgusting it sounds, how hard it really was to watch, how hard it really seemed for the contestants, and really like what I really would not want to eat on the show, and really just what really seemed like the most like disgusting and unsafe thing to really eat. Yeah. So yeah. So so I really just really did try to go by that, and I really did like, and I came up with a top 10. So yeah, so these are my picks for what I think the top 10 most disgusting things that were eaten on Fear Factor were. Yeah, and I'll have like clips of every thing that I do have in this list. Like I'll have like a sort of like clips from the episodes they were from in the description if you really like want to see like bits of it. Like it's not like the entire segment from each episode. Like there are like these episodes are available on YouTube, and of course like Fear Factor is on Hulu. So yeah, so if you really want to see like the full thing of like these things being eaten, you can actually go like check out like the full episodes of the show that these segments are from. Yeah, but anyway, okay, so let me just get started with this list. All right. So kicking off the list is at number 10 are bees. Yeah. So, yeah, there were of course like quite a few like bee stunts on the show, but yeah, and one of them did involve eating bees. So yeah, so this was from one of the episodes that when Fear Factor was revived in like the in 2011 and 2012, this which was the 7th season. Yeah. And this stunt like it really did consist of like this was like of course like when like there were like the Fear Factor like had teams. So yeah, and what this stunt really was like how one of the teammates would be like hanging hanging and covered in like a whole bunch of bees. Yeah, and the other person would have to eat 20 live bees and then just go through like a whole bunch of other bees to really get the stuff to really like chop the other teammate down. But yeah, it did consist of like eating 20 live bees, and just oh man, I really would not want to eat bees. I mean, I don't even like bees in general. Like I've never really been stung before, and I don't want to be stung. Yeah, but actually eating bees, just oh, especially if they're live. I mean that just seems like really dangerous. I mean, can you imagine like the bees like as they're still alive, like they actually do like go down your gullet, yeah, and you don't even have the opportunity to actually like chew them up or anything. Like they'll actually like fly down your gullet, still alive. I mean, and can you imagine like being stung in the throat? So this really just like, oh, this just seemed like really dangerous to do, and just something I really would not want to do. Like I mean, just eating like actually like flying insects in general, just oh, that sounds awful. Whether it is like flies or whatever else that there are, yeah. But yeah, this is just like so freaking disgusting, and just really seems like very dangerous to do. Yeah, so this is definitely just something that I really would not want to do. Yeah, and you can really like just watch it down for yourself, like just see like how how just uncomfortable it really does look to do. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, this really was just like something that I just really did not like to see, and just oh man, it just seems like so bad to do. Yeah, all right, but yeah, but number 10 is bees. All right. Number 9 is donuts. So yeah, so this was from the 26th season of the 26th episode of the 5th season of the show. Yeah, yeah, and really like this, just these donuts. These were just absolutely disgusting. Like there was like a whole selection of donuts, and the donuts were like filled with like one of four things. Like the donuts were either filled with pig's blood, stink beetles, rotten squid and squid ink, and worms. Yeah, just oh, this was just like absolutely awful. Yeah, I mean, it just sounds so gross, yeah. And to make it even more gross, the contestants also had to drink some nasty curdled milk with the donuts as well. Yeah. Yeah, and just this was just like so freaking gross. Like you just really didn't know like what was in the donuts that you ate until you actually bit into them. Yeah, and just each one of these just seemed like so disgusting, especially like the this rotten squid and squid ink. Like this, that just like seemed like the worst one of the four. Yeah, if I had to pick which ones I'd rather have, I think I'd probably rather eat the ones with the pig's blood out of all of them. I think I'd rather eat the pig's blood over the other three things. Yeah, but yeah, this was just like really, really gross. Yeah, and even like the contestants had a problem with this. Like only one contestant was actually able to get through the donuts and the milk. Yeah. Now the others all quit or they weren't able to get through it. Like one like tried to eat it but was unable to complete it in time. Yeah. And the others just ended up quitting. Yeah, so if like the only one contestant was able to get through them, that should really like tell you like how bad this really was. Like this was just really like so gross. Yeah. Yeah, and Joe Rogan actually like told the contestants that like in the displays with the donuts there were actually like five jelly donuts hidden somewhere. But yeah, you didn't actually like see any of the contestants like eat bite into a jelly donut. So yeah, so it wasn't even like any easier for them because they didn't have any jelly donuts. Yeah, but yeah, this was just like really really bad and just so gross, especially like if you're drinking like curdled milk with them, just that just seemed like even worse. Just can you imagine like the smell of that stuff? Ugh. So yeah, this was just like really, really, really gross, and yeah, I just really would not want to do this. So yeah, so the donuts were like a pretty bad one. So yeah, so at number 9 is donuts. Yeah, at number 8 is buffalo testicles. Yeah, so this was from the first season of the show, and this was the 8th episode. Yeah, I mean, just buffalo testicles. I mean, just the thought of eating like testicles in general is disgusting, but buffalo testicles, I mean, they were just like so freaking huge. And the contestants had to eat 2 buffalo testicles. Yeah. And just the sight of seeing someone eat a testicle, it was just like so freaking gross. Yeah. Yeah. Even like the two female contestants for this stunt, like they couldn't even complete it. Like one quit in like 25 seconds and the other one quit in a minute. They just could not do it because it was so gross. Yeah, it was just like this was just like absolutely nasty. Like I would never ever want to eat a testicle ever. Like that's just nasty. And the thought of eating like 2 huge testicles, just gosh. I mean, if I would actually like to witness that like in person, like I think I'd probably like throw up all over the place. Like just eating testicles. That's yeah. So that one is like a really, really bad. And yeah, even the contestants really did have a hard time watching it. Yeah, so yeah, just eating testicles, it was just gross. Yeah, and there was even like one contestant that really just like chowed them down without any problems at all. Just ugh. I mean, I think you could probably make an argument that that would make it like even more disgusting if they seemed like they were actually like enjoying eating them. Just ugh. Just the thought of eating testicles, just ugh. And apparently there are like some people that actually do eat testicles because apparently they gives like protein or something. But ugh, why would you eat a testicle? Just ugh. Yeah. And so yeah, that is definitely like a very, very, very disgusting thing to eat. So yeah, I really do think that a lot of people would probably put the buffalo testicles as one of the most disgusting things that were eaten on the show. So yeah. So number 8 is the buffalo testicles. All right. At number 7 is the donkey juice. I'm just gonna say juice. I'm not really gonna say what it really was, but yeah. So yeah, so I'm sure this is one that is like very infamous among Fear Factor because yeah, this was of course like this was another episode from the 7th season revival of the show. Yeah. But of course like this episode it never did actually air on TV. Yeah, just I find this real funny, but let me just talk about it first. So in this episode, the contestants were playing horseshoes, and it would determine how much they would have to drink of both. Like one contestant had to drink donkey urine, and the other one would have to drink donkey juice. And yeah, I'm sure you do actually know what I am talking about. Yeah, just oh man, just oh that's so gross. Yeah, and I really do find it funny because really just of all the disgusting things that were eaten on Fear Factor and stuff, like this is really like what they felt went too far, and this didn't air on TV, and this also ended up getting the show canceled. Yeah, I just really like find it very funny how they really do feel that this is really like what went too far when they really did eat like all the other disgusting things on the show. Like I only have this at number 7, so yeah, so there's all like 6 other things that I really do feel were like even more disgusting, but yet this is what they felt went too far with are on the show. Yeah, so I just find that really funny. But yeah, but it is like really, really, really disgusting just to see them actually drinking that juice. This, ugh, man, I mean, yeah. And what I really do find like even like stranger about it is that like when the teams really like had to pick which one to drink, like the first choice was like the juice. Like yeah, the juice was their first choice. Like they chose the juice over the urine. Like what in the world? Like I would definitely rather drink the urine than I would the juice. Yeah. Yeah, so it is really just like ugh. It's even more gross that they chose the juice over the urine. Yeah, it is just like so weird. But yeah, and just to see them like drinking the juice, it was just ugh, it was just so gross. Like there's even been like people that really haven't even been able to like get through watching the whole thing because it was just like too gross for them. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, this was just like insanely gross. Like, who really comes up with this? Like, even Joe Rogan has said on his podcast that he really like was just in like disbelief when he heard that the contestants really had to do this in that episode. Yeah. And so yeah, so this was just like ugh, it was just like so freaking gross. Also, just to see them drink that stuff, just ugh, man. I mean, this is like something that they would do on Jackass, but on Fear Factor, ugh. Yeah, so I just really don't know what else I can say about it, but just yeah, I find it very funny how like this is what they felt went too far, and this is what got the show canceled. Yeah, but anyway, okay, so yeah, I don't really think I really do have to say anything else about it because yeah, it is very infamous among Fear Factor. All right, so yeah, so at number 7 is the donkey juice. Right? And number 6 is the protein shakes. So yeah, so this was the 8th episode of season 2, and yeah, and this was also the episode that did have the WWF guys on it. So yeah, so this had the WWF superstars on it. Yeah, so for this one, like what it really was is like protein shakes, and they would be playing craps to really determine what would be in it, and it would either be like 3 ingredients, which would either be pig intestine, durian, animal fat, rooster testicles, cow eyes, veal brain, spleen, cod liver oil, bile, and fish sauce. It was 3 of any of those, yeah. And it would be mixed with round pig's brains. So yeah, just ugh, this was just real gross. Yeah, yeah. And Molly, Holly, and Test like were the 2 that ended up failing it. Like Molly just like tried to drink it down, but she just couldn't. Like she was like about to throw up. Yeah. And Tess just took like one sip of it and he couldn't even do it. It was just so bad. Yeah, so yeah, he was just like really, really gross. Yeah, even like a Jacqueline, like she did finish it, but yeah, she even said like how gross it really was. Yeah, Yeah, but yeah, this was just like absolutely gross. Like, just can you imagine like three of any of those ingredients mixed in with pig's brains? Like pig's brain itself, like it sounds like just like it would be so gross to drink that, but mixed in with like three of those things, just ugh, it would be like so freaking gross. Yeah, so yeah, it would just like this just sounds like absolutely nasty to drink. I don't even see like how Jacqueline and Matt Hardy were able to actually uh, down that protein shake. Just ugh, it's just so freaking gross. So yeah, so I just really don't know what else to say. Like it's just like absolutely disgusting. Yeah. So number six is the protein shakes. All right. Number five is maggoty cheese. So yeah, so this was from the 22nd episode of season 3. Yeah. And this was just like really really bad. Like they had to eat like 4 ounces of cheese that were just covered in maggots. Yeah, and this is just absolutely nasty. Like, yeah, just maggots is probably like one of the worst things that somebody could possibly eat. Like, it's just awful. Yeah, and there were like 5 contestants that attempted to do this, and only 2 succeeded. Like, yeah, the other 3 just like couldn't do it, and one just ended up like refusing to do it, which was really really smart. Yeah, and even just like as you're watching it, you're just like seeing like how bad it really was. Like one contestant looked like he was about to he was like just gonna die eating it. Like he had like such a problem eating it, like with the coughing, and yeah, his nose was running, and yeah, this was just like ugh, it was just like so freaking nasty. Yeah, and it really did kind of like show you like how hard it would really be to do. Yeah, and yeah, it was just like so freaking disgusting. Like, yeah, I think like this is another one that a lot of people would probably say it was one of the most disgusting things that were eaten on the show. Like, it was just like absolutely nasty to do. Yeah, and like I said, like there were 2 contestants that attempted to eat it, but they just couldn't finish it because it was just so gross. So this was kind of like what I was talking about with the donuts. Like, if like even contestants can't actually get through it, that should like give you a clue of like how bad it really is. So yeah, this was just like really, really, really disgusting, and yeah, and yeah, it was just like so another example that should really like show you like how hard it really is and how disgusting it really is when you're watching the contestants eat it. So yeah, so yeah, so number 5 is the maggoty cheese, and number 4 is pizza. So yeah, so this was from the 15th episode of season 3. Yeah, and just oh man, this pizza like this was just like so gross. Like just yeah, the pizza that the contestants had to eat, like they had to eat a slice of Fear Factor pizza, which consisted of a bile-based crust from a cow's gallbladder, uh, coagulated blood paste sauce, some really just smelly, nasty, rotten cheese. Yeah, and the toppings, which yeah, the contestants really like they to determine their toppings. They like threw pizza trays into like buckets that would determine which toppings they would have, which would either be red worms, fish eyes, or a combination of the two. So yeah, just the thought of like all that together, just ugh, so gross. Yeah, and as you're watching it, it's once again like showing like how hard it really is to do. Like all the contestants, well, yeah, most of, yeah, the contestants all like had issues with it. Like it really did make you think like they were possibly gonna throw up while they were eating it. Like it just sounds so freaking gross, and yeah, I really just oh gosh, I mean this just sounded so awful. Like this is another one where like just the thought of eating this just oh it's just so gross, and it really does make you like really question if you could even like actually eat it. Like just oh this is just so gross. Just just one of those things on the pizza is bad enough. Just any one of those things with the crust, the blood paste, or that nasty rotten cheese on there, and eat all of them together with either like red worms, fish eyes, or a combination. Like just the thought of eating all of that together, it's just absolutely nasty. Yeah. And plus, just seeing the contestants watching it and just looking like they're all gonna just like keel over and just like let it all out. Yeah, it just really does make it like show you like really like how disgusting it really is. So this is another one that just is like just absolutely so gross. And I really do think that a lot of people would also like say this is one of the most disgusting things on the show. Yeah. So at number 4 is the pizza. And number 3 is pig uterus. Ugh. Yeah, so this was from the 11th episode of season 2. Yeah. And this really just is, oh man, this is just awful. Like the contestants like were playing skee ball to determine how many they were eating. Yeah. And just to show you like how nasty this really was, none of the contestants were able to complete this. Like they all failed to finish the pig uterus. Yeah, so yeah, if all the contestants are unable to eat it, that should really tell you just like how disgusting pig uteruses really must be. Like this is just this is awful. Yeah, and this one I really didn't know that even really know about until I really did look into see like everything that was eaten on Fear Factor. So I really didn't even like actually know about this one until recently. So yeah, but I am really glad that I did find out about it so I can actually put it on this list because this is just like absolutely terrible. And just so gross. Just pig uterus. Like what like how do you really get something like that? Just this is just awful and the fact that no contestant could complete it should really show you like how bad pig intestine really must taste. Like, this is just absolutely disgusting. So, yeah, I just don't know what else I can say about it. So, yeah, so number 3 is pig uterus. All right. Number 2 is pie and shake. So this was from the fourth season of Fear Factor, and this was from like that series of episodes where like couples were all competing for like $1 million. This was from the fourth part of that series, so the fourth episode of that series of Fear Factor episodes. Yeah, so just this was just absolutely disgusting. What this like consisted of was that the couples like had to retrieve like 4 coins from like 4 different pies that like the pies all like consisted of duck tongue, maggots, pig stomach, and rotten fish. Yeah. And then after they like retrieve the 4 coins, then they would have to drink an entire shake filled with the same ingredients that were in the pie. So yeah, just that just sounds so nasty. Like seriously, who comes up with this stuff? Just this is just disgusting. Yeah, I mean, can you just imagine like a shoving your face into like pies that have that stuff in them to retrieve like coins? Yeah, and then having to drink down a shake with all of that stuff. Just it's so freaking nasty. Yeah. Now, plus, yeah, one contestant even threw up from this. Like, it was that bad. Like, if a contestant throws up from that. So, yeah, like, this one was bad enough to really make somebody puke. So, yeah, so this is once again like an example, like, really, like, how disgusting it really must be to actually drink that stuff. I mean, it really is already disgusting, and the people that are on the show really are, like, must really, like, have a high tolerance if they can really keep the stuff down, but this guy ended up throwing it up. So yeah, so just so that should really like tell you like how gross it really is. Yeah, yeah, and just the thought that like the contestants were actually able to complete it, like, it's just so nasty. Yeah, so yeah, this was just another one that really is just like so gross. Yeah. Oh, and I didn't even mention that along with like the stuff that was in the pies, once again, the pies had a bile crust. So that makes it even worse again. Yeah. So really just this was just like absolutely disgusting, and I really wouldn't be surprised if people do say that this is really like the most disgusting thing that they ate on the show. Yeah, yeah, I really wouldn't really argue if they would say that because yeah, this one really was just like absolutely so gross, and you could really make the argument it is the most gross. But there is one more that I do think is more disgusting than this. But yeah, this still was just like absolutely nasty. So yeah, so number two is the pie and shake. Yeah. And at number one, what I think the most disgusting thing that was eaten on Fear Factor was is roadkill. So yeah, so this was from the sixth episode of the fifth season of the show, and this was the episode that really just like had an all female lineup of contestants. There were no men in this episode. Like the Fear Factor did a few episodes like this where it was all female contestants, but I didn't really remember any episodes where there were like all male contestants. So yeah, that's kind of odd. Yeah. But yeah, this one just this is just so gross. And I really do feel this is the most like unsafe and something that could really like make somebody like literal like actually like really really sick eating it. Yeah, this was just like so bad. They called this like the roadkill cafe. And what it was just like the contestants would have to throw like a roadkill victim onto like a target, and whatever the part of the target the piece landed on would determine like how much the contestant would have to eat. Like there was like an area where they would have to eat a large portion of the roadkill organ meat. Yeah, and then there would be a piece on the target where they would have to eat a smaller portion of the meat. Yeah, and if they actually landed it on the bullseye, they wouldn't have to eat anything. So yeah, so yeah, so yeah, just yeah. I mean, if I wouldn't have gotten it on a bullseye, I would have just like quit right away. Yeah, but this was just awful. Like seriously, like who would be stupid enough to actually eat this nasty stuff? Yeah, there was even one contestant that just like turned away from it. She just couldn't even actually put any of it in her mouth, and she just quit right away. So smart move right there. Yeah, but all the other contestants actually ate it. Like, are you kidding me? Are you that stupid? Like, what are you willing to do for money? Like, actually put your health at risk? Yeah, so that's just absolutely stupid. And yeah, and just actually eating like a dead animal organ meat, just yeah, that's just like absolutely nasty. And I really do feel that they were okay with that and all this other stuff that I've talked about, but donkey juice is really what they felt went too far, and that's what got the show canceled. So yeah, so I just really don't understand like the like Fear Factor's logic. Yeah, but yeah, this was just like so freaking nasty, and I really do think that this is easily the most disgusting thing that was ever eaten on the show. Like this was just like absolutely nasty. Like yeah, like like you can just like check out the clip of this that I will have down there and just see for yourself how nasty it really is. Just it was just like so gross, and I do not see like how anybody could actually eat this stuff. So yeah, so at number one is roadkill. All right. So yeah. So there you guys go. Those are my picks of the top 10 most disgusting things that were eaten on Fear Factor. Like I said, I'll have clips for each one of these down in the description if you want to watch. Yeah. And yeah. And if there are like any other ones that I didn't have on this list, like what do you guys think are the most disgusting things that were eaten on Fear Factor? Was there any ones that I didn't include that you think are some of the most disgusting things that were eaten on the show? Yeah. If there's other ones that I didn't have on this list, comment on my channel and tell me what you guys think are some of the most disgusting things that were eaten on Fear Factor if I didn't include it on this list. All right, yeah. But yeah, those are my picks, so I hope you guys did enjoy it, yeah? And stay tuned because, yeah, like I said, like, now with October around, I do have, like, some other ideas for videos throughout the month. Like, for one, like, for my next video, like, tomorrow is October 5th, which marks the 25th anniversary of the very first Hell in a Cell match between The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. Yeah. So tomorrow, in honor of the 25th anniversary of that match, I'll make a video tomorrow to review that match. I'll make a review of the Shawn Michaels Undertaker Hell in a Cell match from Bad Blood 1997 in honor of the 25th anniversary of that match. So yeah. So that's going to be coming tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, and I do have some other ideas for videos throughout this month. Like I've said before, how I want to talk about that new Tekken series on Netflix. I haven't actually watched it yet. Yeah, I am planning to watch that this month, and I'll make a video giving my thoughts on that show. Yeah, and also the new Halloween movie does come out this month. Halloween Ends. Yeah, when I do go see that, like I'll make a video giving my thoughts on that movie. Yeah, and then also, of course, like in honor of Halloween, Ian at the end of the month. Like I do also have like something planned in honor of Halloween this a month too. So yeah, so towards the end of the month, like for 13 days of Halloween, I'll like have something going on for that as well. Yeah. So yeah, so I do have like some other plans throughout the month as well. So yeah, so stay tuned for some of these videos that are going to be coming throughout the month of October. Yeah, including like tomorrow. Like I said, I will make a review of the Shawn Michaels Undertaker Hell in a Cell match. Yeah, so stay tuned for that coming tomorrow. Yeah, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.